Yes, we're in Cafe Mumu, where I visited 8 years ago when I went to Japan, and it was just nice to come back. Hello. As we're sitting here in Moscow, in cold Moscow, we were reminded by the videos that we've been doing on YouTube that a while ago we were in a very hot Cambodia. But one thing that we didn't talk about much in Cambodia was that my bag was stolen. And so we're just going to talk about how that happened, really. In our dorm, there were 6 beds, and there was also lockers. And I put my bag in the locker. So I put it in the locker and it was all locked. Then, as you'll have seen from our videos, we went to a cat cafe. So this was all happening while we were in the cat cafe. I left the bag overnight in the locker. Oh, I thought I'd left it overnight in the locker. So in the morning, we woke up and we were going to go to the killing fields and a bit of sightseeing. Then I opened my locker and the bag wasn't in there. And the first thing I thought was that Yuri's playing a trick on me as usual. You know, she likes to play tricks on me, especially if she wants to make a point about me being not careful with my stuff. She'll steal it and then teach me a lesson. So I said, ha ha ha, very funny Yuri, where's my bag? And you said?
I don't know.
You don't know. And then I was like, haha, very funny, yes, I've learned my lesson, I should have put my bag with me in the bed or something. And then after about a minute or so, I realised that she wasn't joking, and the bag was actually gone. So panic ensued. Just really it was just a bit of shock, because not because there was anything amazingly valuable in there, but just the fact that my bag was in the locker and it was locked, and now it was gone. It wasn't forced. The lock wasn't forced. I have a feeling whoever did it picked the lock. So there you go.
絶対さ、ベッドのさ、私のベッドの下に泊まってた人、女の人がね、すごい変なの。なんかずっとそのホステルに泊まってるんだけど、私たち一回も会わなかったんだよね。で、その後に監視カメラのビデオを全部チェックしたんだけど、その女の人はホステルに泊まってないんだよね。なんか昼の2時ぐらいに入って3時ぐらいに出て、もう帰ってこないみたいな、なんか変な感じで、しかもなんかビデオの中で多分そのタイミングで盗まれたんじゃないかなっていうのが、その3時ぐらいにその人が2時か3時を設定から帰ってきました。その時にその子のカバンはすごいなんかスカスカだったの、ぺっちゃんこ。でも5分後か10分後ぐらいに部屋から出た時のビデオにはなんかもうパンパンになってたんだよね。
So we can't say 100% that who it was, but we think there was a woman staying in the bed below Yuri who we actually didn't see the whole time we were there, which is a bit strange because she didn't actually sleep in the hostel. And so once we realised that the bag had been stolen, we went downstairs to the reception. We asked to see the CCTV, and Yuri spent all morning and all afternoon going through 24 hours of CCTV footage. And the only thing we can think of, because the staff never went in and out, is that this woman, oh, you changed position, okay, but this woman, she went in to the room about 2 o'clock with a backpack, but which looked quite empty, and then she came out soon afterwards with her backpack, which looked much bigger. So we feel that she'd put my bag inside her bag.
しかもだって普通の人だったら、あ、彼女の持ち物が中に入ってるんだなって思うじゃん、カバンの中。そんだったらオッケー、そうかもしれないと思うんだけど、その人本当に宿泊してる形跡が一切なくって、ベッドも何も置いてないし、ロッカーももちろん中見たわけじゃないけど、なんか何にもその人のものないんだよね。
So yeah, like it's strange that someone books a hostel bed and doesn't use it. So there's something dodgy going on there.
ね。
Anyway, I mean, to be fair, the staff were really nice, and they did try. I mean, they said this was the first time this had ever happened to them. We have no reason to doubt them. But the only thing that was annoying is that we kept saying we want to call the police, and they kept delaying it and delaying it. I guess they didn't want the police involved. Eventually, they called the tourist police. This was a Sunday, by the way. This guy turns up in like a blue shirt and trousers. He did have a gun, so we thought, yeah, he's probably police. I mean, he was very smiley and friendly, but the thing that annoyed me is that he had no interest about trying to find this person. The only thing he was interested in was giving us the witness statement. So he took us up to the top floor where there's a cafe in the hostel, and we told him exactly what happened. We wrote down everything. We signed it, and I fingerprinted it. And then he said, well, you can take this to the police station yourself, and it'll take a few days. I think he said 3 days to get it done. And we had to leave the next day, so we said, of course we can't do that. He said, or I can take it I think he said it was 18 kilometers away, police station. He can take it there on his motorbike and come back with the stamps for $45. Now, actually, fortunately, I'd already researched about Cambodia, and they said beware of the police, they will try and get money from you. So if you have any dealings with the police, haggle, bargain. So we managed to get him down to $30.
So $45から$30になった。
So then then I had to sign a piece of paper that said I hadn't given him any money and fingerprint that. And now this book was about half full. It was quite a thick book, wasn't it? And actually the person next to the person next was a Japanese person, yeah. Anyway, so I just signed it, yeah, we gave him the money, and he took the papers away, and amazingly he was back 10 minutes. About 10 minutes, 18 kilometers, he said. I said to him that when he came back, I said, that's a very fast motorbike you've got. He didn't quite understand the humor, but it was more me just being in a bad mood because I'd lost my bag, and that even though we were in trouble, he still took money from us. I didn't like that. But anyway, so the upshot is, I lost my bag. There wasn't actually that much of any value in it. It was just the fact that on my laptop there were photos which I hadn't backed up, and stupidly hadn't backed up, which means we've now lost them. You know, the laptop was old. The person who's got my bag is not going to get anything. There's a bit of cash in there.
2万ぐらい、2、3万入ってたよ。
Yeah, it was about $200 in there.
でもあとだからパソコンがないせいで今ハードディスク買ったのに使えないじゃん。
Yeah, okay, that's an upshot, but we can still use it once I get a new laptop. When we settle down in Germany. So the point is that for the person who stole it, there's not really much they can get from it.
でも私
For us, it's the memories that we've lost. That's the big problem.
ドリーもさ、いろいろさ、ステッカーとかさ、
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
電車の切符とか全部さ、
Yeah,
集め
like,
てたじゃん。
since we started this travel, I've kept everything like receipts and like hotel cards, and train tickets, and like I kept the beer stickers for the different beers and things.
電
Those
車の
things.
切符とか。何してんの？なんですぐそうやって怒るの？
So, all I was going to say is, once Yuri's finished interrupting me, even though I said don't interrupt me.
違う、一緒に喋ってんじゃん。
Yeah, but there's a difference between Ishuri and Shabette. At the beginning, I started talking, then I stopped, and you started talking, then you stopped. Now you're talking over me.
全然。
All right. Well, we're going to end this. We're going to end this by the fact that my bag was gone. I'm not going to get it back, but it was still quite an interesting experience dealing with the Cambodian police. There's my final point.
結構気をつけてたんだよね。結構いろいろ気をつけてたよね。そのセキュリティに関しては。私は絶対にそんで良かったのがパスポートとかお金とかはさ全部私が持ってたじゃん。
Yeah. So, fortunately, Yuri had all the passports and documents.
それで私は絶対にカバンを部屋には置かずに絶対いつも持ってた。いつも気をつけてたから。だからオリはクレジットカード3個なくなっちゃった。
We had to cancel the credit cards.
せっかくジャルカード作れたのにね。
Unbelievable. Anyway, that's the story.
であとすごい気をつけてたのが
Oh,
この
it's not
さ
quite the story apparently.
カバンにさつけるさパドロックあんじゃん。パドロックここにこうやってパドロックここにつけるやつ聞いてる？
I'm
で
listening.
もさこれつけてもさ開いちゃうんだよね。
Yeah, so like actually, even when you put a padlock on the zips, they've got holes so you can put the
そう
padlock
こうや
through.
ってやってんのをこのままなんか今パドロックついてないけどこうやって開けれちゃうの。
You can open it enough to get your hand in there. Yeah.
本当にこれここまでガーッて開くよ。I'm gonna show you later.
Yeah, show later on a different video.
だって衝撃だったもん。意味ないんだパドロックって思って。
So there you go. There's our story of what happened in Cambodia. It's a sad story, but with an interesting angle. You know, it's part of traveling, I suppose. But anyway, the important thing is we're still alive and we're in Moscow. So like we managed to get all the way here. You know.
それはもうすごい悲しかったけど、なんか刺されたわけじゃないしね。
Exactly. We are fine.
そう。
That's the important thing. Ultimately, they're just things. Things, of course, it's not good to lose things, but they're still things. They're not our life. So that's the important thing. So on that positive note, should we go to Red Square? We're gonna go to Red Square now. Bye bye.